This is where they had the Indian Detours. So they hired what they call the couriers. These were young women that had been college educated, and they were educated in all kinds of architecture, wildlife, and different kinds of things they were going to see on the tour. They would stand here in front of this map and talk about where they were going to go the next day. Band would be playing up here in the bandstand. So they always had live music. So they had drivers. You have pictures of the drivers. She's got
Look on the backside.
drivers drove the leather-seated limousines that had swivel seats, and everybody would ride in style on these detours. The detour would charge about $45 for 2 nights and 3 days. Back then, yeah, that was pretty expensive. You multiply that by 14, you know about what the equivalent is today. So it was around $650 for a 3-day tour. So very wealthy people normally went on these tours. So that was how this came about. They would drive out to the pueblos. Indian people loved to see these couriers with all this Indian-made silver, the squash blossom necklaces and concho bells. They would see that and they said, well, we want to dress like them. So they would buy a lot of the silver, they'd buy a lot of the pottery, and so they became a really important part. And Fred Harvey wanted to make sure that all of it wasn't expensive. So they wanted to make sure we had something for every tourist. And so a lot of this was beat really thin. This one right here was about 1930 piece made out of a silver dollar. And they beat it really thin.
I've been looking at that.
Yeah, and so they beat it really thin. That was the way they made, out of coin silver, they made the first Indian jewelry.
Wow.
And so.